right.
Correct.
And now we go into the final thing we're going to talk about this week, and that is the Four Seasons from me, and this is on Netflix. Now, the Four Seasons, this is it is an adaptation of a film that was made by Alan Alda in the 70s or early 80s. And the whole idea is that there's these three couples. There's three couples, and they meet up and they go on holidays together. They've been friends for years. Some of them went to university together. One of them, like two of the people who went to university together went out for a while before he came out and said that he was gay, and so but they still remain friends, and so they go with so obviously, as I said, the couples, they meet up, and the whole idea is that throughout the whole thing it goes through the four seasons. So you see them take a holiday in the winter, then you see them take a holiday together in the summer, and in America the fall, and in spring, going through all these, you meet up with them throughout this year and you see what's going on with them. It stars Steven Carell, Tina Fey. It's got Will Forte. It's got Coleman Domingo in it. And at the beginning of it, the Steve Carell character, he confides in some of his friends saying that he's leaving his wife of like 20 years or something like that because he thinks that she's given up on life and he wants to actually see what there is in life before he dies. He just feels like he's given up on life. And so that's the big revelation that he gives. He says, I want to leave Anne. And the complication being that the first meeting that they have when they meet up for this holiday, they are meeting around their 20 whatever year wedding anniversary. So it's supposed to be the wedding anniversary, and she's like, it's a wedding anniversary. And he's like, I want to leave her, but he hasn't told her, and it becomes this whole thing about how little by little the whole friendship group find out about the fact that he wants to leave this long-standing marriage, and that it's about, oh, do we tell her? Do we not tell her? What happens? All that kind of stuff. And it goes on throughout for the years, as you can see. So each time you come back, you can see that there have been some complications in the time, or there have been some developments in the time period since they left, since you last saw them. So it's 8 episodes. Each 2 episodes are dedicated to one holiday. So the first 2 episodes are dedicated to the first holiday that they take, and then so on and so forth. And this is one of those things that is really talking about relationships and long-standing relationships and why people stay together and is it worth staying together, and even though you might look at a relationship and you might be thinking, what the heck is the attraction there? You're not in it, so you don't really know what's going on in there, and it's quite grown up. This is one of those things that people might say, oh, they don't really make things for grown-up people anymore, for adults and everything like that. But it's very, very grown up with it, because this is talking about, it's not about first love or love at first sight or falling in love or like having a random crazy affair. It's dealing with deep-seated sort of like maybe resentments that people might have for their partners over the years. And I think it's just really, really, really well done. I think everybody in it is uniformly excellent. I feel like there's all the characters in it you believe, even characters that are a bit more outlandish and out there, because the Coleman Domingo character, because so Coleman Domingo and his husband in the film, the husband is somebody who is like added to the friendship group, isn't like part of the core of the friendship group, but he's added to the friendship group, but even though he's been there for like years and everything, and he is a very big character. He's like, one of those on the sort of like the gay scale, you have like flamboyant on one end, and you have like sort of more reserved on the other. He's on the flamboyant end of things, has big feelings and feels them all. But even he, who is a character who could become a bit caricatured, he is very, very he's believable. He's believable as a character, as the reasons why he does certain things, the reason how he looks for his partner, why he sometimes goes over the top and everything like that. And I thought it was very, very good. I thought it was quite good, and I don't want to talk too much about what happens, because it's going to get into spoiler territory as to what the developments are with different people and who stays with who goes where, who does blah 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 blah. And I don't want to talk about that. But I think it is great. It is grown up. If you want something where things are not necessarily going to blow up, even though one thing does blow up. One thing does blow up. So things are necessarily going to blow up, but it's all about people later in life trying to figure out what they're going to do. And it's the kind of thing where the way it ends, it sort of rounds up a story. And it ends in a way that kind of like sort of says, there's more, come back for season 2. And I was kind of like, no, but this is the way you do that. This is the way you do that. You've resolved a whole bunch of things, but you said there's still more with this group of characters that there's more story to tell. And I'm like, I would come back to see more of this group of characters. I would come back to see what they're doing the next thing. But because you have resolved the storyline here, we know what happened. This is an end. And then there's something else that might mean there's a new beginning that might be worth coming back for. So I would give it 4 out of 5. I would give the 4 seasons on Netflix 4 out of 5, and I would recommend that you all watch it because I think you would enjoy it.